high school, Alabama 1A, 4A, state champions, dual state champions. First, congratulations, and how does it feel?
Thank you. It's a pretty awesome feeling. First time in program history. It's special.
It is special, and I'll tell you what. I mean, like looking back, you guys ran the gauntlet to win the state title.
Yes, sir. Having to go through number one Weaver first, and then number two Ashville, and then a very tough New Hope team, and then you run into Ranburne in the finals. I mean,
You had
it's
to beat
brutal.
everybody. So you know what? You just, I mean, whatever you had to do, your kids, and we're not talking. I mean, the Weaver match, you guys won fairly comfortably, but from that point forward, we're talking some tough, tight duels.
Yes, sir. They had to show up to wrestle for sure.
So
Very tough competition.
what was the conversation with the kids? Like, let's go back way back in time. I mean, just, what, a week and a half ago to the Weaver duel. You're getting ready to wrestle number one Weaver. You're talking to the kids. You're like, what is that message?
Our message, like wrestling wise, was we really had to be able to defend cradles. They are known for cradles, and they hit them very well. A lot like Scottsboro, like they hit you with a crossface cradle from anywhere. So we really worked on defending cradles, and then our message was give them 6 minutes. If you'll go out there and wrestle your best for 6 minutes, we feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what they did for us.
Well, and let's be honest. I mean, and looking at your results, you guys went back and forth at a couple of weights, but man, you hit your hammers at like 113 with Jaden Rouse and Dragon Stewart and so on and so forth. And that's what kind of duel after duel after duel, it seemed like those kids really, they got you your bonus points. They did what you needed them to do to help you guys get the win.
Most definitely. We got four captains and Jaden, Ty, Neil Foster, and DJ. And then for bonus points, I knew I could count on them.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys wrestled Weaver, and then you had to wait, right, a night, and then you wrestled the next night was Ashville.
Yes, sir. We actually chose that because we knew we had to make a kid bust so I could beat Ashville. So I couldn't wrestle the same lineup both days.
Got it. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we come back and we're now getting ready to wrestle Ashville. And, again, Ashville gets 6. And then you guys go on your run, like we talked about before, where you put up a bunch of points. Ashville comes back with Williamson and Hampton and Ebner. You guys get a win by Delvin Taylor. And really, it comes down to your 195, 190, and 220 pounders. And they come on through huge.
Yes. We got Cameron Gaucher at 195. Yeah. He's normally our starting 220, but he weighs 195. And we felt confident with him. He's a senior. He's going to leave it all out there. So we threw him out there, and we took our defending state champion, Neil Foster, to 220. And him and Layden Olson had a battle.
They did. They went to sudden
awesome.
Victory.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So, I mean, you won 6-5 at 195, and then in sudden victory at 220, which sealed it. I mean, it was done at that moment. But those are two tough matches that are coming down. Did you say anything to either one of them before they're getting ready to walk onto the mat?
They're both seniors, and I let them know that this is your last time. If you want to do it, you got to go out there for 6 minutes and give all you got. And they did, and I couldn't be prouder of them two guys. The whole team, really. Everybody on our team has bought in, and they fight.
Yeah. So you get this really high, right? You win 36-33 over Ashville, and then you got a couple of days before you hit New Hope. Is it hard to be at that level and then you kind of come down a little bit for a couple of days and then you got to ramp it back up and get them excited again for the next duel, or is that not difficult?
Oh, it was rough. Our guys really overlooked New Hope, and they about called us. Their coach, is a very good coach.
Yeah.
They are a
Yeah.
very solid team in the weight classes they have, and they threw it at us. So our guys
No,
definitely overlooked them.
yeah. And it was close. It was 39-36. So, what was the message after that New Hope match that you're like, we can't let that happen against Ranburne in the finals or we're going to lose.
Yes, it was exactly like that. I'm talking about we didn't even celebrate after that win. Like it was all business because like we did not wrestle well. I had certain kids get pinned with 2 seconds on the clock in the third period, and we're up by 7. It was a it was an ugly team performance that day, but we pulled through, and that's what the great teams do. So
Yeah. You find a way, right?
find a way.
Find a way. So you're walking back into the wrestling room the next day and you've got what, 2 days, 3 days before Friday. Are you chewing on them a little bit? Are you like, well, what are those words?
We chewed on them a little bit. We let them know that that was not our standard of wrestling. That I felt like certain kids, a moment it was that we had a packed out crowd. First time all year, the crowd was absolutely electric, and I felt like the moment was a little bit too big for them,
Yeah.
and we just did not show up to wrestle. And I let them know that cannot happen. Like, if that
Yeah.
happens again, Ranburne will beat us. They are a very good team with an awesome coach.
Yeah.
So
No. And they are,
they
but
are.
but your team actually came to wrestle on Friday.
They did. They showed up and they wanted it, man.
Yeah, no, so you're getting ready for warm-ups. You've got Ranburne around, across the way, and you've now seen your team warm up. Are you feeling like this is a different team than it was just a few nights before?
Yes, I was. My Some of our leaders had stepped up on the bus on the way over there and was talking. And then during warm ups, it was straight business. No goofing around. They were focused. And then we always, after we warm up, we have a little team meeting. And the senior said a couple words, and I knew from that moment there that we was going to wrestle that day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, to walk through it a little bit, we start with your hammers. Is that where you wanted to start, or did you want to start with them like to finish the duel?
Well, you know, we drew the weight class from the deck of
Yeah.
cards, and I was hoping to start around 138 to 145,
Okay.
just because they have Caldwell, and he can wrestle 45 or 52.
Right.
So I was nervous about that weight class area, and then I was happy to start with Damian Clayton. You know, he's one of my hammers, and he got us rolling in the right direction. So I
Got it.
knew once we got to 285, we was gonna have a little rough stretch.
Hmm.
Carson Hall obviously is a man.
Oh, he's
So
one of the best heavyweights around.
no doubt. So once we got to him, we knew we was gonna have a little rough stretch. Then we was gonna pick it back up with Rouse, and hopefully it worked out just how we planned. We won the last 2 duels. We figured it would be a 3-point match. Ended up getting out of there with 9. So
Yeah. Well, so when you when you kind of reflect back on the really the path that you guys took and the teams and everything else, and you finally have a moment to kind of have a conversation with the kids, and it's everybody's kind of settled down now. You won. What was what did you say to them?
I told them I couldn't be prouder of them. They have bought in, man. They fought. They beat Weaver, that is year in, year out, one of the toughest teams in the state. Ashville, they've been solid for the past 5 years. I mean, they've won 2 of the last 3 state championships, I
Yeah.
believe.
Hmm.
And going through both of them just alone is remarkable. Like, that's
Yeah.
2 very, very tough programs.
Well,
And
and then New Hope, and then
New Hope,
Ranburne at the end. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean, it's brutal, but I told him, I was like, I love you guys and I'm proud of you. You've done something that's never been done before. And man, we celebrated and we're gonna go back to work tomorrow.
well, and that was going to be my final question for you. Is that how what like how do you? I can only imagine, you win a state dual title, and now you're like, hey, there's still goals ahead, right? There's
Yes.
still things that we want to accomplish. How, what do you say to them to say we got to get back to work and finish the season the last 3 weeks where we want to?
We're gonna talk tomorrow, and we're gonna tell them like we accomplished one goal, but this isn't our only goal. I have several kids on my team that have a shot at winning a state title. I have several that have a shot at placing. And then ultimately, I think we're a very traditional, like good team. We could win the traditional state tournament too.
Yeah.
So we got several more goals ahead that we want to accomplish.
Well, Coach, I want to tell you first, congratulations on a absolutely fantastic run, beating a very good Ranburne team in the finals. And I want to wish you the best of luck over the next few weeks as you guys get ready to make another run for another.
Yes, sir. Thank you.